Hello, 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 beautiful lights, and welcome to Agape Tarot. My name is Donna. I am a sensitive channeler, and this is going to be a crystal ball reading using my Oleander seeds. The Oleander tree produces these pods. They're called their fruit. And within these pods are these beautiful little seeds. They are like awa seeds in Avatar. They're just beautiful. They've just, oh my goodness. And it just reminds me of that tree from the movie Avatar. So you may like that movie. It may be something that you relate to as far as, that awakening where you realize that this body is basically our avatar playing this game of life until it is time to get a new avatar. So I always say, do what you will, dress it up, be yourself. We don't have to run with the pack and wear what everybody else wears and do what everyone else does. It is yours to control and do with it as you will. So let's go ahead and get into this. The first thing I see is this horse, and it's in a prancing motion. So there is a sense of moving into a direction. But it's almost playful. Like if you've ever watched a horse show, they put on this show, they lift their legs in certain ways to make it more exciting, more fun. So I feel like you are going in a direction where we are going to be having a little bit more playfulness, a little bit more fun in life. The next thing I see is an owl and a rabbit. I feel like for some of you, you have been learning something that is going to multiply something in your life, bringing in more abundance, more happiness, more joy, something that you have learned. Could have been a lesson. It could be you actually going to school, learning something. I also see someone in a very rapid river, being swept away by things that, the fast-moving pace of the world, wanting to slow things down to be able to get across. It's like they're on the riverbank, but they're waiting for this river to slow down to get across. So things may be a little hectic right now, a little fast moving. Where you're almost trying to catch that breath to get to the other side. It's almost like that Three of Wands energy, but yet it's not waiting for ships to come in. It's waiting for things to settle down so you can move, so you can cross to the other side. So for some of you, you may be waiting, maybe you want to move, but you're waiting for things to calm down, to settle down a little bit before you can move somewhere. I also see a chalice here. And it looks like somebody is walking away. So somebody may be walking away from an offer, from a commitment, from something that used to bring emotional happiness. Maybe it just doesn't anymore. I'm seeing a unicorn. It's just like the head of it with the horn. I feel like this is, some of you are going to be experiencing a very magical time in your life where things just flow so beautifully like magic. It just, everything is going to be very positive and happy. I also see a fox. Foxes are very clever, very cunning. You know, every move they make, it's planned. Gives me that sword energy. It's funny, this looks like a tree, and there's this woman here. You may be a tree hugger, I don't know. Or you may just like nature. But she's looking at this tree. This could be your family line. Maybe you're looking up your, you know, your heritage, doing the DNA testing. You may be one of those who do the family line, the tree. I have one in my family that does all that. Yeah, I see the roots of a tree here. Somebody's looking up their family roots, their heritage. This looks like a big fish. Big fish here. But it's funny because there's this arrow. It's almost like the fish is hollow. I want to feel like this is um, a splitting of paths. And you had a choice to make on which direction to go. And I feel like you are following the right path. You're following the breadcrumbs. You know, that arrow. Because I've seen it as a fish as well. I feel like you're following a better path right now to have more abundance in your life. Maybe you've changed jobs. It also reminds me of that ruin. And I don't have my ruin thing out, but I'm going to get that because I think it's significant. Excuse me. Inheritance, property, or possessions, also native land and home. It is the rune of separation. And that's funny because I seen the separation within that. I don't know if you can see that or not. So it's right here. And it's a separation, and it looked like an arrow. Then we have these two. Yeah. I feel like there's two paths that are going to converge together. It hasn't yet, but it's on its way. It's almost like it, as time goes by, it starts converging. I also see this egg in a nest here. It almost looks like a little fairy is guarding this nest. We have another arrow as well. I feel like something is going to be hatching. This could be a new ideal because this is the same area that I see the owl. A new ideal. could be hatching. I don't know why this reminds me either of a continent or a big body of water. And I know we have movement, so somebody could be moving, changing continents, countries. I know today I made a cup of tea that one of my followers sent me from England. This could be a visit, a vacation. Yeah, I see. This looks like a big bag, a gift, and it's funny. I received a gift today from someone that has been following me for a long time. She also is a jewelry maker, which I decided to wear some of my rings that I've made. And one of the gifts was a jewelry making book. So you may be learning a new skill or a new hobby. I actually see a woman here dancing, and you may be learning a new dance. I've been seeing a lot of birds, and I feel like it's like a harbinger, a messenger, someone who is going, or something that is going to bring in a message for you. I also see this high heel, so I don't know, maybe you're learning how to pole dance, or you are changing how you dress. You could be dressing up. Maybe you have a new job that requires you to dress up. I also see a lizard. Lizards are about transformation. So you could be transforming yourself for the new year, doing something different, changing your wardrobe. I'm also seeing a bridge here. It almost looks like the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah, a lot of transformation. And there's a sailboat in the water. And this sailboat is catching the wind. There is wind in that sail that is propelling you forward. seeing F. That arrow also in the ruins, I know that that arrow is, the warrior victory in battle. A guided plant or star, the Norse god. So you may be having some victory after a long battle with something. Because I see a lot of mountains, and mountains are challenges. But I also see like this zip line where you are zip lining across these challenges. I see a heart. For some of you, you might be finding love soon. Yeah, I almost see like the star card pouring in, and then one hand up and one hand down, pouring into something. Star card represents healing, but it also means wishes coming true. Oh, I see a porcupine, and I don't know if that is a beaver. I feel like it's a beaver. So, porcupines are very gentle unless they feel threatened. So for some of you, I don't know if the work you've been doing, you feel some type of threat. Someone in your realm. Maybe you feel like someone is threatening your position at work. Something that you need to protect. Something that you've been working on that you need to protect. Yeah, and then I see the star here. I also see a volcano. Something is about to erupt. Something is about to, burst, open up. Yep, there's a key right there. Something's about to open up, spill out. I'm also seeing, I don't know if it's, they're those ocean birds with the long necks and long legs. They're little white birds. They're not big, but they have very long legs and little pointy beaks. They usually poke in the sand and get, little crustaceans and whatnot. And I think they only come out like at a certain time of day. So you might be finding little things lately that you were not aware of, because if things are in the sand, you don't see them, but you sense them. It's almost like a metal detector. Like they just detect where things are and just poke in there, and then they get something. So you might be poking around, trying to get information, good or bad. I think you're going to find it. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. I want to thank you guys so much for all your views and your likes and your comments. And I don't know what I'm going to put in the crystal ball next, but I got a lot of stuff. So, many blessings. Blessed be. Peace out. Agape.